Hey guys, Harry Thomas here, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my top 5 least anticipated movies of 2020. The more negative list of the two. But don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean the movies on this list will automatically turn out bad. As last year, Dora and the Lost City of Gold may have been on my least anticipated movies of 2019, but that movie turned out just meh. If I enjoy one of them more than I predict, then I will certainly be apologetic in my review of that particular movie, but one of these picks is going to reach a new level of controversial, as the majority of you have this on your most anticipated movies of 2020, but that's what makes film subjective. So without further ado, if you want to know my top 5 least anticipated movies of 2020, then just keep watching. At number 5, a movie that was initially supposed to be released and reviewed in 2019, but was pushed back and delayed to 2020 for maybe the right purposes, Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, my anticipation for this movie has gone up just a teensy bit, as at least they took the time to push back the movie to fix some things, like to make Sonic's design look far more accurate to the original video game character. But this movie needs to it needs to do a Sonic justice. Sonic is one of the very greatest quintessential video game characters, and this movie will be a black eye on the Sonic franchise if it turns out to be a total flop. But I am more thankful for the improved design. Jim Carrey should be delightful as Dr. Eggman. This may be the first time we've ever seen Jim Carrey in a villainous role, but it's still on my least anticipated list, as I still have my skepticism about the decision to make this movie live action. Had this been animated, it wouldn't make this list. But since the studio did pay attention to the fans' criticisms after that teaser trailer, and they did take the time to work on some things with this movie, I will go into this movie more open-minded than I initially was. At number 4, why does this even exist? Minions: The Rise of Gru. This may call for me to review the Despicable Me franchise, but Despicable Me 3 in 2017 was the lowest of the low, and Illumination Entertainment hasn't made at least a decent movie since Despicable Me 2, and that was 7 years ago in 2013. And the first Minions was literally just an excuse to sell more Minion merchandise. It was literally screaming, "Get your asses down to the store and get your Minion today." And if this movie is titled The Rise of Gru, then it could be a prequel to the Despicable Me movies, but Illumination are just milking Despicable Me to the point where it's dead. At number 3, Trolls World Tour. DreamWorks. What the fuck? This is how you follow up your best movie, How to Train Your Dragon 3: The Hidden World, with this? Yeah. They were at their highest high in 2019, but it looks like in 2020 they're going to plummet in terms of quality. The first Trolls is one of DreamWorks' worst, and this is literally the Cars 2 of DreamWorks, as is Boss Baby 2, which they've also confirmed. the I'm why not make Rise of the Guardians 2 instead? But but Trolls World Tour, it looks like it's just going to be the trolls are going on a rock world tour. How riveting. Not. And the poster even claims this is the happiest movie ever made. Ha! Talk about manipulation. And though the only thing that this movie could have going for it is my girl Anna Kendrick's voice acting as Poppy, the princess. But other than that, I never wanted to return to the Trolls franchise after the first Trolls. Yeah, I could this dethrone The Boss Baby as DreamWorks' worst movie to date? We'll find out. At number 2, Peter Rabbit to the Runaway. Why? Just it. Why are these rabbit shit movies acting like Beatrix Potter's books didn't exist? And I was planning to do a trailer rant on the trailer for this at the time in October 2019, but sadly I wasn't free to due to my personal life being keeping me occupied. But so I'll save my extreme rant for the movie, cause there is no fucking way this steaming heap of rabbit shit is going to be good. The first, I mean, it has changed nothing. It's still a CGI mixed with live action, and it's still paying no attention to the original Beatrix Potter Peter Rabbit storyline. It's going to focus on a wedding we don't give a fuck about, and it's still going to be modernized. Sony are a bunch of money-grabbing bastards that just wanted to transform Peter Rabbit into their own cash cow. Well, I hope it backfires at them big time when this one bombs are harder than any of their movies that came before. Well, thankfully the Smurfs 2 bombed, so that could be the case with The Runaway. And my number one least anticipated movie of 2020 is if it's a Disney live action remake, it belongs on this list. The shitty and unnecessary Mulan remake. Aha! You failed, Harry Thomas! You thought we were done with this live-action remake craze! Well, because Lion King remake grossed $1.6 billion, that goes to show how much they adore my remakes, and then after we've remade all the animated classics, we'll make remakes of the remakes! Ha ha ha! That's better. I can't believe that the Lion King remake last year was one of the highest grossing movies of that year. Even with my attempts to convince audiences to skip it, they wouldn't listen. So here we fucking go again with this Disney remake bullshit. And this Mulan remake, I just know it will bring dishonor to us all and will freaking suck. Please don't hate me. Sure, there are those who have their optimism about this remake as it is being more true to the original Chinese poem, The Legend of Mulan. But who would want to see that? Why would you want to see a Mulan without Mushu, without the songs, and without without the awesome comedy balanced with the emotional moments that all hit the mark in the original? The 1998 Disney animated Mulan, it hit every single right notes ever, and this remake doesn't look like it's going to duplicate that. So I hate the decision to make this remake darker. Darker doesn't necessarily mean better. And how is a Mulan not disguised as a male in the army like she was in the original? She's not keeping her identity a secret, what the actual fuck, and she should tie her hair back, for crying out loud. Her hair could be sliced off in battle. And Disney has spent $300 freaking million on this remake. It's their most expensive remake yet. That cash could have gone to charity instead. So I will review the original Mulan and Mulan 2 before I dare to even check out this remake. And I'm not saying Mulan 2 is flawless, but I'm sure it will be a timeless gem in comparison to this remake. So yeah, I am proud to call the Mulan remake my least anticipated movie of 2020. Well, that was my top 5 least anticipated movies of 2020 list, and I hope for the best. Fingers crossed, some of these movies turn out surprisingly good, but I'm sure with utmost certainty that some of them will suck. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this list. And what are your top 5 least anticipated movies of 2020? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time when I continue the Harry Awards as well as my review for Birds of Prey. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.